Hey everyone, you're tuned into the TimeSplitters Portal podcast, the second episode for the month of November.
Only it's actually December.
It's actually December 6th when we're recording this. Isn't that funny? I'm Chris. With me, as always, is Drifting.
Hello.
We're also joined by Josh.
Howdy.
Boris.
Hello.
And by FuturePerfection.
Hello.
We might also be joined by Cheese, but I'm not sure.
He's sort of in the background right now, so we're not certain. Yeah.
All right, guys. So how y'all been?
Well,
Pretty good.
pretty good.
Not too bad.
That's great. I was off of school today, and I'll tell you why. We had winter weather last night, and there wasn't a great deal of snow and not a great deal of ice, but 250,000 Texans in the North Texas area lost power last night, myself included. So my school called off school.
You would think being in Canada that, like, generally I would be colder than you, but it hasn't snowed here since last, like, March.
I thought you said just the other day that it was snowing.
Yeah, but that wasn't real snow. It didn't, like, stick on the ground, you know?
We had
Know what I mean?
floods.
You know, here in Texas, we take anything. We take it.
We
I'm
had
so
lots
jealous.
and lots of floods.
Well,
Oh.
it snowed in my area as well, and we had school closed off today.
What the hell? I never get snow.
Haha.
We haven't had any snow lately. We got hit by a tornado on November 17th, so that was fun.
Haha. Did your house get destroyed?
No, it didn't, but a lot of houses did.
Did you go into a
Anyone-
bathtub and put a mattress over you?
No, I actually stood outside, which is not what you're supposed to do. But I like to watch storms, and then I realized that it probably wasn't a good idea, so I went back inside.
Are you gonna buy like an armored vehicle and then drive into tornadoes or anything like that?
Buy an armor-plated bulldozer.
Did you survive?
I
Like, are
did
you
survive. Yeah, I'm still alive, believe it or not.
Did your family get hit or something?
No. The tornado hit about 5 miles up the road from me. So,
Oh wow.
yeah.
That's
I had
not
no
that
power.
far.
I had no power for 8 hours, but it was alright.
What you need.
That's
I don't get how
interesting.
you like live in a country with natural disasters everywhere.
There's
That's
natural
weird to
disasters.
me.
Is there a place where there isn't natural disasters?
There's never
Madagascar.
been like a really?
I don't know.
Oh, I was really excited. No, there was like a tornado here once in like the 80s, but there's never been any natural disaster here, as far as I know.
Ireland only gets floods.
The
That's
entire
it.
Midwest is like tornadoes. We have tornadoes every year.
Yeah, you guys have a tornado season and like a hurricane season.
We do.
Hurricane season.
How is that not terrifying? Yeah, hurricane season. Like if you go to Myrtle Beach during hurricane season.
Wind is
They get
fun.
hurricanes in Illinois.
They get
No, they do
hurricanes
not.
on the East Coast.
We sometimes get hurricanes in Texas, but by the time they get to me, it's just a really strong storm.
I think the last one you got hit by was like Hurricane Rita, wasn't it?
Yep.
Like 2005.
I think there was one. Yeah, I think you're right, actually.
Don't you know?
Oh wait, I shouldn't say there weren't any like natural disasters. There was Hurricane Sandy a little while ago in the Northeast.
Does that affect Ontario?
Like barely. I mean, we got a bad storm and a tree blew over.
Oh yeah, the tree in my front yard collapsed from the ice this morning. I heard
Jesus.
a
God
really
bless
loud
his
noise. And I
soul.
looked-
Did
Whose
the
soul?
loud crash
trees.
wake you up?
I was doing other things and I just heard this really loud sound outside my window, and I looked over and it said, "Oh, the tree's vibrating," but it didn't pay much mind until like an hour later when I noticed.
Oh,
the tree
wait a minute.
collapsed.
My friend's house actually got hit by, or got a tree that fell over on it during Hurricane Sandy. So I guess we do get affected by storms. That's all I just remembered that now when you said a tree fell over.
I was personally woken up by the weather recently. It has been extremely windy lately. Now, outside my house there is a football, or to you guys, soccer pitch. There are goalposts that are not held down in the ground, they're made of plastic, and they are
Okay.
exceptionally light, seeing as it was windy. It was quite hilarious watching the goalposts racing down the roads faster than the cars were. It ended up with one of them breaking by crashing into another, and the third that was there as a backup had crashed and parked, blocking someone's driveway. It was fucking hilarious.
Amazing. Just make sure that they don't go into someone's head.
I would be a little worried if somebody got in the way of moving football goalposts.
Drifting,
Yes,
have you ever seen the movie A Boy and His Dog?
I have not.
Oh.
What is it, a Disney movie or something?
No. It was this dystopian science fiction movie made in like the 70s, and it's very. I wasn't entirely awake for the duration of the movie, and so the first half of the movie, they're in this wasteland, like a nuclear bomb or something hits, and you got this boy, and like appropriately enough, his dog, and they just go around through this desert,
How
and
convenient.
What a
the dog,
coincidence.
like the dog can speak, but then they go through this door, and then it's like there's all these colors and all these people are trying to kill him. It's a very strange movie.
His dog is telepathic?
Yeah,
That's so cool. I want a telepathic dog.
it wasn't a very good movie.
Oh.
Sort of low budget 1970s movie.
Well,
Have you
yeah.
ever seen Zardoz?
Yes, I have seen Zardoz.
Oh, Zardoz. It felt like
What the
Zardoz.
hell is Zardoz?
It's the greatest movie ever.
Just look it up and you'll see the best picture of Sean Connery you've ever seen in your entire life.
I hope I spelled it right. Oh, yeah, I know this one.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on, but I heard
Just
Sean
look up-
Connery.
Just look up Zardoz.
Yeah,
Sean
it's spelled
Connery starred in it.
A-R-D-O-Z spelled.
Zardoz. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, like,
Once you watch the movie, you'll find out where the title comes from.
Do they... Oh, they actually, like, explain it?
They
Ah,
explained it
no-
in about the most ridiculous way possible.
He quit doing James Bond to do that movie.
Oh, wow.
That is not what I was expecting.
Nope, not at all. Is it a good movie?
It's worth watching.
It's a
Oh! This is... I know why I know this. This is where the Zed's Dead baby thing comes from, right? Is
Yeah.
that my thinking of the same thing?
All I remember is there's a giant head and then penis is bad, guns are good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Zed's Dead comes from Pulp Fiction,
Oh, I'm wrong.
which
Right,
is
yeah.
completely different.
I don't know how
No.
you get those two mixed up.
Because the guy's name is Zed. And I was thinking of TimeSplitters. I was gonna bring it all back.
Two
to
names
TimeSplitters.
begin
Oh.
with Z, they must be related.
They're both no. Like his name is Zed. The guy's name is Zed.
Like Z-E-D, not the letter
Yeah.
Z.
Yeah.
I see.
They like.
Funnily
yeah,
enough,
you know what I mean.
Googling Zed's Dead Baby does actually give me a picture of Zardoz after all the pictures
See?
of Pulp Fiction. But it's miles
See?
after the Pulp Fiction pictures, like... It's mostly
Okay,
because
you know
somebody was watching the film Zardoz and forget it, it's not important.
At any rate, that's Jed's that's his like gallery text in TimeSplitters 3 is Jed's Dead baby, and I thought
Yes, it
I
is.
thought of that.
You can read.
That's all I had to say.
Would you like a medal, Josh? For
I
reading?
would, yes.
Tough shit.
That'd be pretty sweet. Oh.
So guys, what are your thoughts on the recent passing of Nelson Mandela? Can we just give like just talk about his life and like how has he affected us and other?
Sorry, but he hasn't
I-
affected me in any way whatsoever, so I can't comment
My
on
local
you think
politician
that?
called him a terrorist.
Oh yeah, who was it? Rick Santorum, I think.
Rick
I was-
Van Torum, that rascal.
I was
Yeah.
reading an article and they were talking about how like all these Republican congressmen came out and were saying,
Apparently,
you know,
Yeah.
right-wing
Nelson Mandela's
politicians
dead.
all over the world are calling Nelson Mandela a terrorist. They're doing
Yeah,
it here
like-
as well.
a terrorist and like communist is the other one they're saying.
Communist, that's...
A communist terrorist.
Hooray.
Terrorist is understandable because, like, he raised an armed force to go against the government, but communist? Where are they getting that from?
I don't know.
Uh,
A lot of people think he's a horrible person because he ended apartheid, apparently.
Didn't the FBI tap Martin Luther King Jr.'s phone line because they thought he was a communist?
I'm not sure because I thought he was a communist, but they did. They had a file on him. Yeah.
I don't know.
It was
I think
a secret
I remember
underground
hearing.
plan.
I think I remember hearing that they officially like named him not a terrorist in like 2007 or 8.
Officially not a terrorist.
Nelson
Yep.
Mandela, official not terrorist.
Where
I
is
just
it?
assumed the NSA felt we were all terrorists until proven otherwise.
Guilty until proven innocent.
Exactly.
Josh, you
Welcome to
raped
the
me.
United States.
Prove me wrong.
No.
Are you admitting it then?
You can't prove anything.
Well, guilty until you prove otherwise.
Okay. I believe in myself, and that's all that matters.
You lose.
You all lose. Now bow down to
You
me.
lose, you get nothing, go home,
Good,
fuck off.
good day, sir.
Thank you, sir. Future Perfection, Future Perfection.
Yes.
Have you read Evangelion?
I have read Evangelion, yes.
Oh my goodness. Over my Thanksgiving break, I read the first 3 volumes of Evangelion. It was so beautiful. I cried at least 7 times.
At least 7 times.
That's a bit of a hyperbole, but I did...
That's
I
not
felt
enough.
I did start to well up a little bit. It was so sad.
You also like started crying or almost crying at the end of
That one show, yeah.
what was you know the one.
The one... It's not... It's your guys' fault I'm not popular.
That's the
show's
one.
called.
I find myself
got a really long
disturbingly
name.
attracted to Kaworu in ways I would not like to admit.
Who's that?
Kaworu. Nagisa.
Is that the kid with the big glasses?
That is the ghost angel guy with the grey hair.
I'm on
Who?
volume 3, sir.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I saw the first episode of the manga. That was pretty good. Or no, anime. I saw the first episode of the anime.
It's kind of funny
Beautiful.
because he's like gay.
Shinji?
Wow, how
No.
hilarious!
No, not
Gay people, man, what a riot!
yes,
Is
yes.
Shinji's
but-
gay?
No, Kaworu Nagisa.
I don't know who that is.
I'm not
so-
sure.
You'll find
I'm not
out
sure.
later on. You'll find out
Okay.
later on.
Has anyone seen the anime?
A
No.
little.
No.
It doesn't
Okay.
particularly compare.
I was gonna say, which one do you think is worth watching? Or worth
Worth consuming?
Yeah.
From what I've heard, they're both so different that you should get both.
I don't have that time.
What the hell?
There you go.
Oh, you haven't tried. Okay.
Nagisa only shows up in volume 9, so you've got a long way to go before things get gay.
Okay, should I read the manga or watch the anime first?
Well, I've only read the manga, and I thought the manga was pretty good.
Matt, you've seen both of them. Which one would you go for?
It depends what you're looking for.
It's something to do.
If you're looking for something to do, generally it's easier to watch something than read it, but the actual manga is better.
Okay, I'll go for the manga because I can like rip through manga really quickly.
Why would you
Pretty
rip
quick read.
manga? Like, why would you... Why?
It's so,
Because
it's so
because I
expensive.
hate manga. Manga's for nerds.
What
I
fucking
rip it apart
deck you
so that they
made?
can't read it. I swear on me, Momo Bashi.
Swear me, mama fucking deck you?
I've been in this closet for almost 2 hours.
Maybe you should come out of the closet.
Yeah, someone had to make that
That's what I
joke.
said earlier. Yeah.
If I come out of the closet, then you all hear the fish tank, and it's so
Take
loud.
a shot. The TSP podcast drinking game. Take a shot every time FP makes a gay joke.
FP or anybody?
I'm probably
feel like
going to
the
be.
hardcore
I
mode
will
is
probably
anybody.
be making all the gay jokes.
We should do it with absinthe.
I don't have any absinthe, but I do have some whiskey.
I have Fanta. Is that acceptable?
It's pretty much the same thing.
I got a Diet Coke. Does that
Can I
count?
pretend
Yep.
my Fanta is a Bacardi?
Those are sort of similar, right?
Guys, let me spin you a tale. Boris
No.
and Tim, you two gave thanks a week ago, did you not?
The what?
No.
Sure, yes.
You gave thanks? Alright. So, in the process of Thanksgiving, my dad
Hold on.
picked
We
up
have a
this...
bigger issue here, in that Thanksgiving is in November.
Thanksgiving doesn't exist.
Oh.
Well,
I'm
to
pretty confident
us,
that because I have
well, to us redneck Americans, it does.
I have never
Yeah,
celebrated
okay, fine.
Thanksgiving, and therefore it doesn't exist.
Celebrates the
guess
day
so.
when white people came to America and forced Indians to go on the crappy reservations.
Yeah, and then they
And it's great
slaughtered
that the
them.
American see.
Yeah,
Why
that
is it
too.
that Americans always seem like it's the only time that Americans celebrate for an extended period of time once they conquer their enemies? Usually it's just one day of chanting USA, USA, USA. But no,
Well,
every
well,
single
every
year
day,
they
though.
have Turkey Day.
We do that every day.
Hold on.
They celebrate being American every
Hold on.
day.
The reason we created
God bless freedom.
the reason we created Thanksgiving was so that we could watch more football.
I thought you invented Thanksgiving so you could stop feeling guilty and have an excuse to eat more food.
That's kind of
Exactly it. You're
That's
exactly right.
kind of part of it, but American football is a great tradition in American history because we all know that if you don't watch football, you're not American.
Whoa.
It's true.
Uh-oh.
You're not
You're not a real American, I think he wants to say.
Our Boris bot died.
Hey, can you hear me?
Boris.
What?
Oh, our Brandon bot died too.
Oh,
he
he's back.
dropped.
You
Can you
cut
hear
out
me?
for a second, Boris.
What?
Oh,
Guys, can you hear me?
yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
I can-
Oh, that's
can
great.
hear you.
I thought you couldn't hear me. So anyway,
Oh,
I was
thought you
gonna
were
say
talking to Boris.
Thanksgiving is also a day where you meet relatives that you really don't like, and you
Oh,
get
God.
drunk enough so you don't have to actually care.
I don't get it why nobody likes their relatives. My relatives are pretty cool.
My relatives
I just
are
have nothing to
awesome.
say to them.
They are
You like
getting a
that,
little bit
yeah.
senile, but they are awesome.
Well, my guardian sister came over and she had 2 children. One of them was an 11-year-old boy, and I could not play M-rated games around him as his parents would not allow that.
I
was
personally
a kid,
have
it
3
was-
younger siblings. They all live in another country. I'm quite content with that. I'm quite content knowing I only have 3 relatives on this island, and they're my parents and my brother.
Amazing.
So,
I was gonna say, I thought you had an older brother too.
I do.
Tell him I said hello next time you see him.
He's halfway across the country.
Well, tell him I said hello.
And when I
you
say
see him.
halfway across the country, Ireland is smaller than North Carolina. So, make of that what
Like
you
a-
will.
Like a 20-minute drive.
Yeah.
20 minutes? It's
So-
it's 3 hours, but whatever.
Hey, try riding in a
20 minutes.
wagon there.
So as I was saying, guys,
Oh yeah, sorry. It like cut you off entirely.
so we were driving up to the Midwest to give thanks, as is custom, and we stopped at a gas station in Missouri, of all places.
Hey, I live in Missouri.
Boris. I know that, Boris. That's why I stopped and said your name. And they were selling bottles of Shine, so we picked one up, and I took a couple of drinks of it, and it was so underwhelming, I thought.
Wait, moonshine?
What else does Shine mean?
I don't know. Maybe like
we
a shine.
have, we
spray
don't
or
exactly.
in
something
It's
Ireland,
like
also
we don't
racist
have
term, believe it
moonshine.
or
We have
not.
something called poitín, which is basically potato beer.
Potato beer.
Was
It's
it?
basically Irish moonshine,
Oh,
but
I
made with potatoes.
thought it was made by the.
Of course, Ireland has moonshine made from potatoes.
I thought it was made
Yeah.
from
Yes.
the Russians because the Russians like potatoes.
Well, no, but the Irish.
Well,
do
yeah,
like
but like
potatoes.
it's called
Yeah,
poutine. That's spelt in Gaelic. That's if it was Russian, it would be like I don't
More
speak
like
Russian,
Gaelic.
so I, can't-
Show us your best Russian. Give us your best Russian.
Me?
I don't speak Russian. I can give you my
Who
best
speak-
Gaelic. I'm pretty much fluent in that language.
Oh yes. Can you just
Yeah,
the rest of the
go for it.
podcast just talk to us in Gaelic?
I can. Instead of thinking of something off the top of my head, let me just find a Gaelic poem.
We could read that.
It's called.
We could read that My Little Pony fanfiction in Gaelic.
Well,
God.
Gaelic is not a particularly modern language, so a lot of the words wouldn't be translated
Oh.
because.
Well, we're not gonna read the story we were reading before because this is a family podcast.
Also,
Yes, yes it is.
in which case I can
Families
simply read
need
a
to know
poem in
these
Gaelic
things.
called Gaben, not Gabe Newell.
Gaben?
Oh, okay, I was about to ask.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
No, it's not about Gabe Newell. It's called Gaben. It's about a trapped animal. And I repeat, it's not about Gaben, despite a fierce animal trapped in a cage. Anyway,
That just sounds like Gabe Newell.
it is not Gabe Newell, it is about a lion. Gaben is Irish for imprisonment. So. Now, first of all, I'm just gonna send you, a copy of the poem so you can see how everything is spelt before you see how retarded my pronunciation is. And when I say retarded, it's actually correct pronunciation, just it sounds retarded. It's the bottom part where you have the word Gaben written in big bold letters.
Oh, Gabeheim.
Yeah, you wouldn't
Oh,
think that's
it-
pronounced Gaben, would you?
What does this mean?
G-E fodder Ibheann. Gaben.
What does this mean?
What does it mean? I can give you an English
Yeah.
translation first before I read it in Irish.
Is
No.
it Gaelic?
Okay.
Let's get English second.
Okay.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Just go for it.
Now, Anna bhí alta as na teocrasa a bhfuil clú agus cáil im scéibh, critan crunch na crilla trá am a jaar, ach inis líam sios agus breníon trí le húil an gran éonrach sinál, tugan na céad a duine, cil lá, a dhéon facmit rud be a dum ach mé le an amach. That's Gaelic.
Amazing.
I swear you were speaking
Yay.
like from Mass Effect 3 or something. That's what it sounded like to me.
Well,
What does it mean though? I want to know what it means.
What does it
I gotta
mean?
know.
It means I'm an animal, a fierce animal
Oh.
in the rainforest. I'm famous for my roar. I
It's a
used
lion.
to shake the trees with my roar. But
It's a
now
monkey.
I lie with an eye half open, staring at the lone tree. People come every day. They'll do anything for me but free me.
It's a lion, and he's in a cage.
Yes, and he used to be in the wild. Basically, no one likes poachers, the poem. Irish is the most depressing language in existence. When I was studying
Is it
it in high
depressing
school...
in that everything that was written in it is depressing, or just that it sounds sad?
No, everything is depressing. While I was studying it in high school, we did 5 stories and 5 poems. The stories were about a woman who divorces her husband.
Oh.
It was a man who used to be a fierce warrior, but he got wooed by a woman, went to an island of eternal youth, came back to Ireland, fell off his horse, and turned into an old man and died.
Oh.
There's a man who got conned out of all of his money in Nepal.
Mhm.
There is I'm trying to remember it. This great story about a woman who throws a party for her 20th anniversary in an unhappy marriage, and it all collapses.
Oh.
And last but not least, the best of all, a uptight, stressed woman with a disabled mother goes onto a train. On this train is a blind man. The blind man has asthma. he's really pissing her off. So she starts lying to him, telling him that in his lunch there is an insect, he has an asthma attack. She leaves him on the train and he dies.
Hooray.
Oh.
Yes. And
Okay.
then as for poetry, you've got the wonderful story of the lion trapped in a cage, another couple who get divorced, an explorer who got killed. There was actually one happy story about a woman in love with a man, although like the entire poem's like, my boyfriend's ugly but I love him anyway. And the last one is, oh god, I've moved away from home, I miss it so much. It's just the most
Maybe you just
depressing
have like
language.
bad material to read.
No, it's all like, I've been studying Irish since I was 7 years old, and it is just so depressing.
Whew.
Let's
Wait,
move
is
on
it-
to the next story.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, isn't it Gaelic? But...
Gaelic, Irish, same thing.
I'm going to go to a news site and pull up an article, and we're going to talk about it.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
This is
When
a
I
great
heard
plan.
there was a TSP podcast, I was under the assumption we were talking about TimeSplitters. Then I realised that would get stale very quickly.
Well-
and here I am,
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
being obnoxious.
it would end up
Even-
it would end up being like the TimeSplitters portal forum.
I played TimeSplitters once.
What's
I have
TimeSplitters?
too.
Well, it's
I
this
have the
game where you've got a gun, and you press the button and the gun
Hey,
shoots.
TimeSplitters is a
No
Also, you can
way.
move.
TimeSplitters is a ripoff of Call of Duty. I think everyone should know that.
Excuse me, I'm jumping off of a bridge.
It's true. I mean, they had a FAMAS in TimeSplitters 1, they had an M16, they had a Colt M1911.
Oh, remember when Call of Duty had that cool gun that shot electricity, and then TimeSplitters totally copied
Oh, yeah.
All of these articles are about
I don't know
Nelson
about
Mandela.
you. I don't know about you guys, but personally, I absolutely adored the flamethrower in Call of Duty, and I can't believe TimeSplitters ripped it off.
That was really frustrating to me. Like, the
know.
game's fun and all, but I can't believe they just, like, ripped off everything about
I
the
know.
Especially a staple of Call of Duty is being able to be a dinosaur.
game. I know. I was so mad. Like, that's clear. That was obvious. Like, that was pretty original in Call of Duty.
They could have at
it's just
least
obvious
tried
that they
to
were
cover it up.
copying
Hey,
But no.
Exactly.
we all know Call of Duty was the first game to innovate fish AI.
Oh, that's
yeah,
true.
that's true.
And
That's
then
true,
in
they do have
TimeSplitters, you
fish.
could play as the fish.
Yes.
Coincidence?
I think not.
Checkmate, atheists.
I found a copy of TimeSplitters 2 at my game store recently.
I still have a
and
copy of all the
nice-
TimeSplitters games, but it's been so long since I've played them, mostly because I have no idea where my PlayStation is.
Do you want me to send you a PlayStation?
They're not that expensive.
They're like $10.
I'm pretty sure I have one, I just don't know where it is. Also, I had a game store, but it closed down because I live in a small town, about 30,000 people, so there's not much of anything. There was one game store in the town, and they went bankrupt. It was actually
Order
What's a
one
game?
online.
What is it? What was it?
HMV.
HMV.
That's not a game store. That's a music store.
Yeah, they sell games in Ireland. They have HMV games department.
Wait, say HMV again.
HMV.
Do you know? Am I the only one hearing that?
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I say H instead of H because I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
American.
I'm not American either.
Gotcha.
America
Fuck off,
as in
Chris.
the Americas.
Oh, okay.
Ah, gee.
Ache.
I doubt Mexicans pronounce it the same way.
H, Ache, whatever.
Gotcha.
Ache.
Are the Caribbean islands considered part of North America?
Are the what islands?
The Caribbean islands?
They are.
Yep.
okay.
Basically, everything to the right of Russia and to the left of Ireland is pretty much, to the left of Iceland even, is pretty much the Americas.
Yeah, I guess so.
Except
Well, I
Iceland.
think of North
Iceland
America.
is glorious Danish master race.
Iceland's not part of Denmark.
Do pirates?
Norway, whatever.
You're not part of Denmark.
Greenland is what I mean. Greenland.
Greenland.
FuturePerfection, I must
I am
ask
stupid.
you something.
I'm.
Do pirates often visit Ireland?
Not since the late 1800s,
Oh.
I'm afraid.
Well, I mean the pirates
No.
that smuggle cocaine and women into the countries.
No. You see,
What?
the thing is, Ireland used to be good at that kind of thing, but then in World War II they tried running guns to Germany to betray the British, but they got
That
caught
worked out
and it
well.
hasn't been the same since.
Well, that's a very interesting fact about Ireland's history.
I have studied Irish history in great detail.
My great.
Tell
my
me everything
great-grandfather
about
was a
Irish
rum
history.
smuggler.
Tell you everything
Go
about
for it.
Irish history.
Yes. Start
Yeah,
Yeah,
here at the
let's turn this
beginning.
into the Irish History Podcast.
Well, it all started about a long time ago with poor people,
Okay.
and all they had was bronze, and then eventually they had
Goddamn
iron,
poor people.
and they were pretty stupid. By the 1600s, Britain decided, hey, fuck you, and they took everything except Northern Ireland, which is kind of funny because now Northern Ireland's the only part that's British. Either way, they took everything but Northern Ireland, because Northern Ireland was a stronghold for Irish culture, which is hilarious.
Yay. That's ironic.
And then after that, they took Northern Ireland because fuck Northern Ireland. It's Ulster technically, and then for a couple hundred years, all well and good. Then in the late 1800s, Ireland was like, wait, we don't like this. Then they started being like, we want independence, yay! And then
When was this? What year?
this was early 1900s.
Okay.
So
Where's
after
Scotland?
that,
Is Scotland on like Great Britain Isle, or is that what's the Isle of Great Britain called? I don't know. The island.
Britannia.
Okay, is Scotland on there?
Yes, Scotland
is
is
it
connected to
separate?
England.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
No,
that.
it's actually
There's a handy diagram I can show you, Josh.
no, it's
Talk to me after the show.
actually
Gotcha.
cut by a radioactive bridge.
Yeah, Scotland
That's
used to
pretty
exist. It just sunk into the ocean recently.
Yes.
That's weird.
Too bad.
Is it really though? That's probably why Fezzi couldn't make it.
Anyway,
He
as
was
I
too
was
busy sinking into the
saying,
ocean.
as the Irish were like, hey, fuck you, England, we don't like you, they were also like, wait, Ireland, we don't like ourselves. So, eventually, World War I came along, and
They were
the
depressed?
Started
British,
listening to Linkin Park.
in the World War I, Britain decided, hey, fuck you, your rebellion sucks. So Britain completely destroyed the Irish rebellion. But they promised them independence after the war. It didn't happen. So Ireland was like, wait, I don't know what's going on anymore. So they had a civil war for some reason or another. That ended with somehow Ireland fighting Ireland made the British succumb, and they got slight independence. Then, a while in the future, they got full independence except Northern Ireland. And then up until 2001, Ireland and Northern Ireland were at war with each other. Lots of people disappeared mysteriously, and our local politician was in the IRA.
Oh,
And that's a brief summary of Irish history.
Well, this has been fascinating. I've learned so much.
Simply
I didn't
put,
know.
thank you.
everyone hates Ireland, including the Irish.
Josh,
I don't hate
did you get the
Ireland.
thing I just put in the chat? It says it's pending.
No, there it is.
There it is.
My internet is not working. It's a miracle I'm connected right now because I can't open any like web pages at all, and my Facebook is broken.
And apparently Imgur is over capacity.
Oh, that's too bad. You
Wait,
say
wait,
Imgur?
wait, wait.
I say Inquire.
Why
Oh,
did you
there it
say
is.
Wire?
British
It's
Isles,
Imgur,
British
isn't
Islands,
it?
Isle of Man, Channel Islands, Ireland, Republic of Ireland, United Kingdom, Northern Ireland, Great Britain, England, Scotland, Wales. Yes, that is.
That's where you're from, right? Wales?
I am from Wales.
What's
Swansea.
it like? Tell me about Wales.
I don't
How
know.
many-
I don't
are-
particularly know. I didn't live there for
They're
much more than
giant
3 or
beasts
4
of
years.
the sea. They're
Are
also mammals.
there castles there?
There's castles.
I
in
was.
No, I don't particularly know much about Wales because I've lived in Ireland about two or three times as long. There's a castle about half an hour down the road from me. They have concerts there. They had Bruce Springsteen and Bon Jovi there last year.
I'm sorry.
In Ireland, they had Bruce Springsteen and Bon Jovi singing in a castle.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ireland
I don't know why it's funny.
Ireland has a massive hard-on for Bruce Springsteen.
You wouldn't
So-
expect that.
So when I was taking the SAT, that's the Scholastic Aptitude Test.
I don't know what that
It
is.
was a
Oh, that's what it stands for. I never knew.
there was a long there's a extended passage we had to read about castles, and it said in Wales you might find in certain suburban neighborhoods a castle in between the houses. And I thought that was the funniest thing ever.
There's this place called
Castle in between houses.
it's called Balbriggan. It's about half an hour down the road as well, and it's also got a castle that's literally right next to a train track, and it's next to a football pitch, and there's some houses behind it, and they're renovating it so
fucking-
somebody can live in it.
Cool.
That's super cool.
How much does it cost to live in a castle? I want to live in a castle.
I have
billion
absolutely
dollars.
no idea.
We should all pitch in and then split the rent.
Yes.
It's the TimeSplitters portal castle.
It'll be like we're traveling through time when we enter our brand new castle.
Yep.
We could fend off the terrorist government known as America.
The terrorist Nelson Mandela
That's
couldn't
better.
get us now.
Down with the
Oh,
blacks.
that's a cool looking castle.
So, alright, so I'm looking at this news site, and it says there's a thing where these fast food workers are rioting, or going on strike.
Rioting.
Oh yeah, I heard
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
they're on strike. They're not rioting.
It would be better if they were.
Our energy companies are going on strike before Christmas, which is just an absolute dick move.
I mean, if you
That's
want
the
people
idea.
to listen to you.
Well,
Yeah.
but like, fucking dicks. Like, the sad thing is, they earn like 40 grand a year. Now in
That's,
dollars,
euros or-
that's nearly 60 grand a year. And they're going on
That's not a
strike.
lot.
Like,
60 grand a year isn't a lot.
It's enough to live on.
So,
Enough
That
Wait,
is
like
enough
the company?
to live
the company?
comfortably in the state of Texas.
60
Wait,
grand
is it people?
is quite a
60
lot.
grand a
Like,
year, like person, or do you mean like the company?
per person.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's fine. I thought you meant like the entire company's like revenue was 60 grand, and I'm like,
Oh
that's
no,
not-
no, this company
Oh,
is
no.
nationwide with like 2 or 3 million customers.
Wait, they're nationwide, the insurance company?
Energy
Nationwide is on
company.
your side.
They supply electricity. They're the only electricity company, like nationwide. They give everybody in the country electricity.
They have a monopoly?
Well, they're run by the government, so
why?
it's a company that's partially owned
Why do
by
you
the
have a
government.
private company run by the government?
Because the government.
Your government is corrupt.
It's 95% state-owned and it's worth 15 billion euro. So 15 billion
Why is
euro
it
being
even-
about $20 billion. So
Why is it even partially private?
it's partially private, so the government can sell it to make money if they're in debt, which we are. We owe 80 billion euro to Germany
Why don't you just sell it then?
because
Don't sell it.
15
That's a dumb idea.
Well, no, the richest person in Ireland couldn't afford 15 billion to run ESB, which is the energy company.
But they could afford enough money to buy TSP, TimeSplitters Portal.
That's what, like $15?
I think it's only like $20 a month or something.
Yeah, you can go. You can either have 15 billion euro or 15 cent. It's
I don't get how governments operate if they don't have any money. How does that work?
They just keep borrowing and borrowing.
they
Haven't
give
you read the
sexual
work?
favors to the heads of
Oh.
the commission.
Josh, have you not read the work of Keynes?
No,
Oh, well, you should go fix that.
I'm not very academic.
Um,
You should probably go to sleep.
Alright, you just wake me up when the podcast's over.
I'm also tired.
It'll just be Matt and I. We'll play some more Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh! What the fuck is wrong with
We
you?
played
You
Yu-Gi-Oh
need to
that
play
time.
Pokemon.
Guys.
Pokemon.
I was reading the Yu-Gi-Oh wiki yesterday. Don't ask me why, but
I was too.
I thought that the first season was the one where they went to the island and there was Pegasus, but this wiki made it sound like there was a season before that one, and what I thought was the first season was actually the second. Can you verify?
I can't.
Oh, okay.
I just remember the arc where they were like, the seal of Orichalco steals your soul.
Yeah, you play the card and then
and then if you lose or win, you take the other person's soul.
Why would you make that card?
I don't know.
I wish.
But I remember the other day I was walking in Walmart and you can actually buy that card, which is kind of cool.
I wish.
I don't know what it does. Do you take their souls?
Yeah, you steal souls.
I wish I could reave souls from people.
Don't we all?
You can.
There are some.
All you need to do is buy the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Premium deck.
Well, there are some people at my school that I'd rather reave souls from and not see again.
I
But
don't
then you
know
have to
much
deal with
about
their soul.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
What?
I
You
didn't
saying
even-
you don't watch the anime?
I
I
didn't even
don't.
realize people still played the card game. I haven't seen those in stores.
I stopped
in years.
playing the card game after they introduced synchros and shit.
God damn, Synchro.
I
Fucking
just gave up all
synchro
hope
last
once the
month,
anime turned to 5Ds. Not because
Yeah,
the name was
we've had-
misleading and I was expecting gay pornography, but because of the fact that it's just terrible. Truly terrible. Like, 5Ds is a misleading name in its own right, but
What does it even mean? Why do they call it 5Ds?
because
it's
they're
5
all
dimensions.
gay and 5-man orgy.
Oh, okay, like 5. Oh, I get it. Alright. So I have a question, Josh. You know things.
Yep.
Everybody
do.
take a shot, I made a gay joke again.
In the anime, do they ever explain like where the cards come from? Like who printed them?
Yeah, it's a trading card. Oh yeah, Pegasus does. He made them all.
Okay.
And I think Kaiba Corp does like a bunch of the other stuff.
I
like
think we
Kaiba
should
Corp
fight
made-
against the the Monopoly Pegasus trading
Yeah.
cards.
Yeah.
God damn, someone needs to take Monopoly to task.
Like, why doesn't Pegasus just make the best deck?
make a physically unbeatable deck.
Why
Make a
doesn't
card
he
that just
just
says
like
this dude wins.
have a deck that like involves playing 2 cards first turn, and you instantly win by drawing non-stop and get Exodia.
Exodia.
Exodia
Yeah.
smash.
So,
Wrong anime.
like you drifting. I
Yes.
didn't know that people still played the card game until I went to high school, and then all these people play. It's really
Well,
weird.
people at my
My brother plays Magic.
people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who play Magic
Yeah,
also.
my
I play
university, there's like
Magic.
this whole Magic Gathering club. I've
Yeah,
never played
Magic.
it,
Woo.
There's actually this.
There's like
I don't know how to play any card game other than Pokemon, which I don't play because, like...
Do you know how to play like poker? That's a card game.
Can you play Go Fish?
Oh yeah, I can play though, like, trading card games, like actual card games, like, I am so good at poker, it's unbelievable. My poker face is just...
Can you give me some sick poker strats?
Sure. Stare at them.
No,
Stare
just
at them.
always go.
Stare
always
into
go
their
all in.
heart. Never bet on
Never bet
anything.
ever. Never bet ever. No raises. No
Always
bluffing.
fold immediately.
Unless you have the blind, in which case you check.
No, you go all in.
And
Always play check fold.
if you lose the game, you have to sign your soul to the devil.
Buy back in. No, buy back in.
When they say poker, it's mostly because of the hot poker you're going to be getting from Satan if you lose. You're going to hell if you don't win this hand.
We're gonna have fun in hell.
Yeah,
Yep.
I guess so. Do they play poker in hell?
Obviously
There's only
not,
one way to find out,
because
guys.
well, even if they do play poker in hell, all the good players are still alive, so the quality is not
That's
going to
true.
be particularly good.
My favorite player is Gus Hansen.
My favourite poker player is probably my friend
It'd be like-
Akbal, who plays on Zynga Poker on Facebook. He's a pretty
Oh,
cool
my mom
guy.
plays on Zynga Poker.
I am a millionaire.
Am I the only
on Zynga
person who's
Poker.
Am I the only person who's ever watched like professional poker?
Oh no, no.
Do
of course
you mean
not.
like for more than like 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
then yeah,
watched
probably.
Doyle
I've watched tons of
Brunson
it.
lose once. That's
My
about
mom and I
it.
used to watch it every night for like 2 hours.
How many people did
I-
you see
yeah.
with shades on?
Like everybody wore shades and a baseball cap.
Wow.
Why
You know what?
wouldn't you?
If I go to a if I ever play a poker game, instead of wearing shades and a baseball cap, I think we just show up with a fez and a monocle.
Why don't you just wear like a burqa?
You just stare people down.
Well,
Just go up there.
they
Raise
wear.
them
Well, yeah, go up there with a burqa and a monocle.
Yeah.
Well, they wear shades so that
Yeah,
you can't
see?
detect their eye movements and such.
Yep, they
Yep.
do.
That's performance enhancing.
It's performance enhancing drugs. Ban it.
Yep.
This, as you can see, is a picture of me at a poker game.
Oh,
Oh
I
my
have to see
god.
this.
Is it really?
I gotta
Is it a
see.
real picture?
Where'd my phone go?
It's gonna be not a real picture. Oh, I can't even open it.
Well, I can open it.
I can't open it, so guys, describe it to me.
Well,
I can't. No, my internet's down.
Flawless victory plan. You can't stop that. The mind games are too intense.
Can you
Wait,
guys
is he
even
naked or
see?
something?
no, it's a.
No, quite the opposite. It's someone with a burqa, full body, and sunglasses.
I don't know why I'm
You can
laughing.
literally only see the bridge of their nose, and that is it.
Is that you?
Yes, and I'll hide cards under my burqa.
Alright.
And
Oh, that's right. You can just pull out the ones you need.
exactly.
Like that, the girl
like,
did in that one show, that fucking cheater.
You fucking
What a
wanker.
bitch. Swear on me, mom. Bash your fucking head right in.
I just saw the picture.
Ow.
It's pretty. What?
Oh yeah, I guess your internet's not broken like mine.
I couldn't see it because I couldn't find my phone. It's because it's really dark in here.
You're stupid. Get out of that closet, seriously.
If
Why
I
are you in a closet?
went out of the closet, if I came out of the closet, guys,
This is some sort of metaphorical shit. Everybody pay attention.
you would hear my fish tank, and my fish tank is really loud.
That's not metaphorical.
And then you would get raped by Notori.
God damn it, Tori.
I stopped paying attention for a second to look at a video, and I just heard you'll get raped by Nitori.
Yes.
Yep.
Guys,
heard
you
correctly.
can't make callbacks to things that happened before we started
Yes,
recording.
we can.
I was recording, so I can call back all I want. Fuck you
This
guys.
became rated PG-13 now.
I mean,
So, we've entered PG-13.
We have.
If your children are watching this podcast, you're a terrible parent.
If you're under 13 and watching this, don't.
If you're
If
under
you're
13 and
and wa-
watching this, shit, fuck you, ugly cunt. Why are you here? Go home. Cry to mommy.
guys,
before I
guys.
whip you.
If you're under 13 and watching this, how are you watching sound?
Oh my god, next level.
Well,
See, this is why I hate kids.
they expect videos.
Yeah.
If you're any age and watching this, please stop.
I don't think any kid is.
Also, if you're over 25 and watching this, you might want to reconsider what's gone wrong with your life.
Well, I think
Yeah.
kids can't watch past the 1 second part
The 1 second.
where the video starts and there's no webcam footage or anything.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Because, oh my god, PewDiePie is so popular, we need a webcam of everyone.
Webcam of everybody.
You
Guys,
Everybody on
You need
webcam
to pay
all the
for
time.
Skype to do multi-person webcam.
Yes.
You can do a Google Plus Hangout,
You could. I am.
and that goes directly to YouTube also.
Well,
Oh.
it just so happens.
I was planning on doing something on Google Plus later with somebody else, and now I'm going to have to reconsider if
yeah.
it gets automatically uploaded to YouTube.
No. You can choose to automatically upload it to YouTube. It's
Ah.
not automatic.
Well,
In which case,
How-
I'll have to say no, because I quite clearly don't want myself uploaded to YouTube talking with an old friend.
Old friend or new friend?
Old friend.
okay.
No. You see, if you go to YouTube and you press upload, it says, hey, you want to do a Google Plus Hangout, it will automatically be recorded. Otherwise, if you initiate the Hangout any other way, it will not be recorded.
I don't want it recorded. People don't need to see me talking with friends.
Wait, isn't that what you're doing right now?
No,
They can't
you're just
see 'em.
hearing me.
Oh, okay.
That horrible sound is back.
Oh, is it my mic?
Sounds like a whooshing.
Sounds like an air.
Hold on,
Oh
let
my
me-
goodness, it's nearly Saturday.
Hey,
Holy fuck.
at least I had Friday.
Well, I'm glad it.
Hold on, is it my mic that's doing
Yes.
That was the case in the past.
Well, actually, it's not your mic. It's a bomber going over your house.
it? Oh shit. Abort. Okay, drifting. I left like a space in my recording, so hopefully you'll be able to try and like.
That's
edit it
alright.
out.
I'm probably not gonna do it today, except too tired.
I don't.
Yeah, no
Get it
rush.
tomorrow. That's why I'm not talking, because I'm like zoning out here.
Is it because of
Oh
all
hey,
that?
it's Dean Ambrose's birthday tomorrow.
Whose
Yay!
birthday?
All that
Dean
extreme
Ambrose.
amounts of booze. Who's Dean
I
Ambrose?
have no idea who that is.
Oh, you guys should watch WWE more.
W.
Oh, I love WWE.
I stopped paying attention to wrestling when Mr. Perfect died.
Wrestling has never been
Ah.
a thing for me.
Mr.
All I know is
Mi-
that like the Undertaker's still undefeated, and that's all that
Mr.
matters.
Perfect died like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
He wasn't wrestling when he died.
He was wrestling in his heart.
Maybe
I
that's why he died, 'cause he's
see.
wrestling in his heart.
Yeah.
At least he died like
Yeah,
a
too
man.
soon.
His
Like
heart gave up.
he died from cocaine. That's
Didn't Macho Man also die of cocaine?
he might have.
Is there a WWE wrestler that doesn't do cocaine?
Chris
Probably.
Benoit, but he
I'm sure
killed
there's
his
gotta be
family,
one.
so
And
yeah,
himself.
I remember that.
yeah.
How do you make a wrestler cry?
You
Give
kill
him
his family.
cocaine.
Ha ha ha.
You take away all.
How do you make a
funny.
wrestler cry?
You take all. You take
You
away.
book him in a match with John Cena.
You take away all of his money.
That's it.
Hey, don't.
You have him lose to Santino Marella. Santino Marella.
Please remove my yawning from the podcast. Yeah, let's just yawn into the microphone for the next 10 minutes.
Thanks for coming out. Now we're yawning. That's the end of the podcast.
I'm
Yawn.
not
Welcome to the
grasping at all.
Yawn Show.
No, this podcast must last 2 hours.
I
We've
don't
been on
even have to
we've been on the phone for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I
I've
was
been on for
supposed to
1.5.
leave,
This
My
like,
Skype
podcast
says.
has been going for an hour. I'm going to have to leave after the first hour, unfortunately.
I'm
I
at.
was actually supposed to leave like 10 minutes ago,
Uh-oh.
but I'm hanging out.
And I will
thought
have to
it'd
be
be
leaving
fun.
in about 5 minutes as I have other commitments at midnight.
Well, if that's the case, we should probably start wrapping this podcast up.
No, it's okay. Midnight isn't for another.
For
4
me, it's not
hours.
for another, like,
Unfortunately for me, midnight is in about 3 minutes.
That's fake midnight. Your midnight is lying to
British
Might say
midnight is
midnight.
superior midnight because quite well, our midnight is in the center of the universe.
Hey,
you. You're not in
That's
Greenwich.
why your time zones are based on minus or plus from our time zone.
You're not in GMT.
Shh.
If you are, that's exceedingly convenient for you.
hey, it feels like midnight here.
Ireland has the same time as Britain, so I'm just going to assume.
Oh God.
so guys, are we going to start closing the podcast
We
or what?
should,
Yeah.
because I
We
wanna.
may.
Go ahead.
I wanna
We
play
may.
some Call of Duty and own some noobs.
I'm gonna go
I
take
hate
a
you.
long nap.
Does anyone have
Very long
any?
nap.
Does anyone have any plugs to share?
Plugs?
Yeah,
I
like,
have this
hey, I did this
3-point
thing. You
spark
should go.
plug.
I have a cork to share.
You say
Um,
cork, please. Oh.
I almost did that
I'm game.
machinima once.
I'm game.
I've got some needles to share, guys.
A little less game, but let's try.
You say gay or game?
Game.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Alright. I think that's it.
Well, it's been fun, guys.
Yeah.
Let's do this sometime after Christmas, but before the beginning of January.
Oh, we're gonna have one
Okay.
last 2013 send-off?
Please
Yeah,
don't
then
do
we
it
can-
on the 31st. I have a life.
Well,
And then we
I actually think it'd be good since I'm getting my Wii U, and once I experience it, I can tell you guys about it.
Yes, and I'll be busy celebrating the new year like a normal person.
Hey,
I'm gonna
What?
try my best to do something interesting.
what is
'cause
this
I don't
being
do anything.
social? So
Okay,
I,
there are
there's
other
there's
people
this
in the world?
thing called being social. Basically, you find a person.
Fuck people.
exactly, Josh.
No,
There's
no,
one way
no.
of being social.
You
That
find a
that is a
person and-
step that goes later.
Oh, that comes later, yeah.
well, what you need to do
first-
is stop being social,
Right away.
stop being a fucking wanker, drop the beer, and join us in the next podcast.
Are you
And
telling
play
me to
TimeSplitters.
Hang on. Are you telling me to abandon my British culture? Are you telling me to stop being a wanker and to drink less beer?
Fuck.
Yes,
Britain.
and join the
Britain's for
American
casuals.
Revolution.
I am repulsed by your suggestions, and quite frankly, you should become a colony again.
I'm scared that
Wrong
if we
down
keep
the
going,
corner
that
now.
this is just gonna crash, and I'm gonna lose all of this.
The podcast will never end.
You're
You
all
can't get
going
off.
to be invaded by Britain. Just you wait.
I want to get off Mr. Bones' wild ride.
So
want
I
to get
think
off
it would be
Mr.
really,
Bones.
really nice, guys, to have a podcast after Christmas, because then we can discuss how our holidays went. In addition, we can talk about the past of TimeSplitters Portal, your best memories of
Oh,
the year,
yeah.
and also what the future of TimeSplitters Portal has in store.
Yes.
More of the same, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna post a bunch, and then
The
complain about the
long
lack of
gradual
chat,
decline of
probably.
TimeSplitters Portal.
have we reached the nadir? Can we get any lower?
I'm pretty sure
we can
We are
Probably-
slowly dying of poison.
I'm
Yes.
telling you, once Fezzi leaves, that's when we hit rock bottom.
Yes, it's true.
Mass
That's when you know it's
suicide.
bad.
I personally
When
think
Fezzi and
things
insert
began
name
to
here leave.
Dogs
things
and
began
cats
to degrade
living
once I
together.
became.
Mass hysteria.
As far as I'm concerned, things on TSP started to go downhill once I picked up reading comprehension and stopped typing like a retard.
I couldn't tell you. I wasn't there to see it.
I joined TimeSplitters Portal 3 years ago this March.
I joined about 4 years ago or so.
I joined like 2 weeks before the forum was officially open.
Oh,
So I'm the
we
biggest
have
loser
to.
from all.
Fuck you. I'm gonna.
Yes.
No. No.
We
Screw you. No.
we've got to do the podcast.
You don't even
I just
exist.
remembered.
Like,
God damn it, Matt.
you
We have
don't
to do the
exist.
podcast
You can't
before-
prove you exist.
I am a
January
ghost
7th.
machine.
Before January 7th, you're absolutely right.
You
God.
all.
As
Just
far
like
as
make
I'm
sure it happens
concerned,
before then.
as far as I'm concerned, you are not listed in the top 10 first members on the website, and therefore you did not exist.
Guys, I have an idea. What if we just continue pushing the podcast forward and we record December's episode in like July?
No.
What if
No
we
way.
just keep this going until December? Like, this call just doesn't end.
And you say until December? It already is December.
No,
till
next
July.
December, he means.
Yeah, you
goodness.
see, the thing is, I've got a year free. I can
Yeah,
stay here and
I-
talk until December. I've got a lot to talk about. I could share my entire life history.
Audacity says I can only record for 306 more hours.
Well,
I think,
that's
like, I
good
can
enough
pull
for
up a
me.
game of Risk if you guys want. We can do another game of Risk.
I just need to sleep, Josh. I'm so tired.
I got Risk
I
Legacy
do
over
as
there.
well.
You need to
It
sleep.
cost me like $70
Like,
bucks.
come on, dude.
Hey, we
It's already It's already Saturday here.
we could
Yeah, it's Friday. Come
we could
on.
record until
It's
aliens
Saturday.
come.
You guys are wrong. It's Saturday.
I was gonna go
I-
do a thing today, but then the roads are all icy, so I couldn't leave my house.
I was going to
I
have
was
motivation,
gonna
but
do
then I
something.
remembered life is more fun when you stay at home.
Plus,
I was
somebody's-
gonna do something today,
somebody's
but
probably
then I
locked Chris
remembered
in
I
that
had
closet by now.
to do this.
Let me see if I can open the door, guys.
We have
I'm
to
gonna come out of the closet.
That's the big reveal this year.
Oh my God, it's dark outside.
And Chris has to ask us to call 911 for him.
Chris needs
I don't
help
even know
from
if
the
you have
police to
911.
come out the closet. They
In
need a
this
big-
episode of the
You see,
TSP podcast,
the thing is,
Chris is finally rescued from the closet.
Chris
Guys, it's
needs
dark
a big,
outside. This is
strong-
really crazy.
Chris needs
It's
a big,
dark outside
strong,
here, too.
muscular
When I opened
fireman
the-
to help him come out of the closet.
When I closed the door, it was bright outside. Now it's
We
dark.
need a fireman like Guy
That's the
Montauk.
wonderful world of depression. It's okay, you'll get over it once you find a boyfriend.
We need a fireman like Guy Montauk to save Chris.
Oh no, he's gonna start this again.
Yes, I.
Guys, we have to finish this goddamn
It was
podcast.
once a pleasure to burn.
That was the best video I ever made.
It was pretty funny.
Okay, I think I need to like actually go soon now.
Guys, before we go, since we're talking about firemen, let me tell you about the time I lit my yard on fire.
Oh shit. I lit my house on fire once.
I almost lit my house on fire.
There are so many
So-
fucking retards on PlayStation Home. It's not even funny.
You know you can like plug in a USB keyboard and type that way. You don't have to use the controller.
Yes, but I do not have a USB keyboard.
You
So
should
anyway.
get one then.
I should. That way, so that I can be more superior to the idiots on there.
It would be a
Dude, I'd be like
better
hearing some
$20
some noise
than
from my
Call
mic.
of Duty.
Yeah, but I didn't buy the Call of Duty, so it's alright.
So as I was saying, guys, I was 13 at the time. It was December. A December much like this one. And, you know, here in Texas, we've had this thing called a drought for the past, I don't know how long. So the grass was really dry. Okay, so like any 13-year-old, I really like to light stuff on fire. So on this particular Tuesday, I believe it was, I had some papers from school that I was lighting on fire. And I was lighting them in my foyer. And I was like, oh shoot, the fire alarm's going to go off because this is too big of a blaze. So I ran outside with my this fire in my hand, and the wind picked it up and it landed on the grass, where it just quickly caught fire. And panicking, like I was losing my mind, I didn't think to go like stop it out with my foot. So instead I ran inside and I started to fill up a pitcher of water with the fridge, because the fridge had like a water dispenser on it. It did not work out very well because the fridge, as it turns out, is very slow, and the fire, especially when the grass is dry, is very fast. So thankfully, one of my neighbors was an old Polish woman. She was walking through the neighborhood.
Good thing for old Polish people. Right?
Absolutely, she saw
What do
that
we do without them?
she saw that my yard was going up in smoke, and she ran into her house and got a broom and saved my life.
So, were you a
My
pyromaniac?
hero.
You're dumb.
Not anymore.
Okay, that's good.
Wait, do you not like light stuff on fire
I just
anymore?
found out there's a soccer team called Rad.
That's pretty
That's
rad.
pretty rad.
Tidus.mp4.
I love that fucking laugh.
Drifting, why aren't you laughing?
This is the this is the true sound of throat cancer.
This is the true meaning of Christmas.
This has been the Times to This Portal podcast.
See you whenever we choose to record the next time. Thank you so much.
See you later,
See
guys.
ya.
Bye.
Bye.